Okay, so I, 19M, am babysitting my little sister, 15F, while our parents are on a trip internationally. It's like a completely different time zone and the signal sucks. They get home in like 6 days. But we are both pretty self-sufficient and felt like it would be fine, and my parents left us food and money and stuff. We've been Gucci for a whole week so far. Anyway, this morning she got her period while we were just like sitting playing video games, and she got blood all over the couch, so I paused the game while she took care of it and put on a tampad and didn't make a big deal of it. I was trying to be nice because I know it can make girls cranky and it hurts and stuff. So I got snacks and a blanket and whatever, and we kept playing. Well, like maybe 40 minutes later she freaked out because she bled on the couch again, and I'm like, did you put the thing on wrong or what? So she changed again, and I even helped her clean the blood off the couch this time, and I figured she'd use a bigger feminine thing. NBD. Well, like 30 minutes after we start playing again, she pauses and goes to the bathroom, and I hear her scream. So I run over there thinking there's a spider or something, but she came out holding like this chunk. It was like a chunk of blood. But looking at it, I'm like, shit, maybe that's an organ? Like, is that your kidney? But she was like, no, it's a clot. And she was freaking out about it. Which, yeah, it was gross. It was like the size of a hacky sack. So I'm like, okay, well, go flush your clot. Anyway, she cleans herself up, but then she said she doesn't want to play anymore, and I'm like, okay. So she spent an hour on the couch with her face all scrunched up doing yoga breathing and telling me her cramps were the worst ever. So I gave her Tylenol, but she wouldn't take it because she said she feels like she's gonna throw up. I brought her water and juice and warmed up that gel thing you stick on your stomach, you know? So I was trying to help. Well, then she says, oh no. And she gets up and goes to the bathroom, and as she's walking, she's got like blood going down her leg. She yelled for me from the bathroom, and I go in there, and she's sitting there, and I hear this plopping sound, and there's more of those chunks. Like maybe 2 of them. And she says, I think we need to go to the ER. I'm like, why? And she tells me this is more blood than she's ever had, and she doesn't feel good. But periods are supposed to suck, right? And she wouldn't take the Tylenol either, so she didn't really try to manage it at home. So then she started yelling at me, telling me I have to take her because she can't drive, but I'm pretty sure our parents will kill me if I take her to the ER for her period. Is that a thing? She's sitting in the shower now because she said she thought the warm water would feel good, and she was sick of bleeding on stuff, and it's more comfortable than the toilet. I asked her if she just needs a bigger tampad, and she told me to SDFU, so she's not even communicating with me at this point. I've asked her a few times if she's okay in there, and she tells me, I'm bleeding out, Mason, what do you think? So like she's not unconscious. I don't know anything about this, but I also know she hates blood and flips out about any minor cut too. Is going to the ER because of a period a thing? Can you bleed too much? I thought there was only a certain amount of blood in the vagina every month. I feel like she'd be more comfortable at home anyway if she'd just take the Tylenol. What to do? My sister is like average teenage girl height, pretty skinny because she's a ballerina and doesn't eat meat. She takes a Coutin for her pimples. I'm not sure if there's other stuff that's important. She's had her period for like a year now, I'm pretty sure. Maybe more. She takes Flintstone gummy vitamins sometimes, like the ones in the purple jar. And she's obsessed with Celsius energy drinks. She wears contacts, and she had her wisdom teeth removed 2 months ago. I want her to be okay and stuff, but I'm not sure the ER is a good choice. Help? Relevant comments. Is there any chance of pregnancy/miscarriage? I mean, I don't think so. She doesn't have a boyfriend, and when I asked, she told me to fuck off, so probably not. Tampons or pads? I asked, and she said she was using a tampon first, but after that she used both to prevent leaks. So both, I guess? She said always with wings and Tampax Sport. Commenter. Doc, if she's saturating more than 1 tampon in an hour, she should be seen. OP. She said she was soaking both of them, so I guess we are going. Many updates and comments. 30 minutes later. OP. Okay, she's throwing some extra clothes and shit in a bag. I'm trying to think what my mom would do, so I brought water bottles, sunscreen, and snacks. And something to do. Commenter. Well, you don't need sunscreen at the hospital. Extra clothes. Maybe a water bottle. Snacks are good. Insurance card. And call your parents. Didn't they leave another adult's number for you to call in an emergency? Do you have another relative? OP. Oh shit, yeah, I gotta tell my parents. Fuck. I mean, no, they didn't, but I think it's because I'm the adult? Any other adults? OP. All our relatives live on the other side of the country. But like she has friends and they have moms? But she wasn't into the idea of asking them. Commenter. Let this be a lesson to you if a woman says, this is wrong, this doesn't seem normal, about her own body. Try listening to her and not making her jump through hoops convincing you something is wrong while you ask the internet for advice. Just listen to her. OP. Yeah, I was being a dick. The sunscreen. Yeah, lol, I didn't think about the fact that it's inside, just like my mom always yelling about sunscreen. OP is encouraged to bring a comfort item for his sister. Okay, this makes me feel good because I packed her Squishmallow and I was kind of afraid to tell her I did that in case she thought it was embarrassing or some. I sent my mom a text 1 hour later in response to someone telling him to bring a bowl in case she vomits. Not effer, I wish I would have read this BC. She threw up in the car twice. She told me to stop driving like Stevie Wonder, and I swear I was laughing so hard I almost had to pull over. Commenter. It sounds like she is really comfortable with you. I mean, she let you help her clean up and showed you clots. And you didn't get all you. I'm a guy, don't show me. Frankly, you are acting better than my husband would when it comes to helping. He'd never look at my blood or think to bring snacks. So you were doing pretty good, and she might not feel she needs another female. OP. I mean, if I acted grossed out, she'd tell me to grow TF up, lol. My sister doesn't deal with stupid dudes. But yeah, we're close and it's just blood, so. About 2 hours after OG post. Okay, we got here. She threw up a couple times in the car, but she said she's good now. We walked in and she was like dripping down her leg again, and they saw that at the desk and maybe how fucking freaked I looked, lol, and took her back pretty much right away. Commenter. Adding to this, because questions about her sexual history and habits are definitely going to be asked. Big bro, make it clear to her that if she wants you to leave, you will. If she wants you to stay, I would make it clear to her that you're not going to snitch on her about anything she says. If it's something that needs to be brought up to your parents, the docs can do that. It's not your job to tell your parents her answers. If you can't make her that promise, tell her you can't be in the room. OOP. Nah, I'm not saying shit if I find anything out. She caught me smoking weed on the roof 2 years ago and still hasn't ratted, lol. About 1 hour, 10 minutes later, 3 from OG post. Okay, so she's getting Zofran and fluids, and they're gonna do an ultrasound in the room here. So far, we know she's not pregnant, and her labs, some of them weren't great. Hemoglobin was 6.8. Editor's note, that's not good. Normal for women is 12 to 16 C here. That's basically the one I remember. She said to tell everyone thank you for the advice and stuff. She also said to say she feels okay, just really tired. Commenter. The tube sounds like a catheter. They may want a clean urine sample. The excessive bleeding can contaminate a urine sample and affect certain test results. OOP. Oh yeah, okay. They said they wanted a urine sample, but I was thinking why can't she just pee in a cup? About 1 hour, 20 minutes later, 4.5-ish from OG post. Alright, the ultrasound was normal. She's being admitted. They want to test her for bleeding and clotting disorders now, and they're going to give her some blood. They asked if I know my blood type, which I don't, but I'm not sure why it matters. Sister is B+ though. Commenter 1. I mean, tampad's a good way of saying tampon or pad. Commenter 2. I agree, this is a useful neologism. OP? Thanks. OP. See, I'm not a dumbass, I'm just inventing new terms. Commenter. You have properly unmouthed your foot, so don't be afraid to ask questions now. It's much better to ask questions so you don't have to worry or freak out about things you don't know or don't understand, than to drive yourself mad with worry about something that might not warrant that worry or leaves you with unanswered questions. Best of luck to you and your sis. Was she happy you packed her Squishmallow? OP? Yes, she's sleeping on the Squishmallow like a pillow Aaron and told me it's the only reason she forgives me, lol. That's a good idea, though. When she wakes up, I'll ask her. Commenter. If she gets admitted, you may want to consider making a trip home to pick up any comfort items either of you two need, like a book, laptop, or blanket, but only if your sister feels comfortable with that. OP. So she packed clothes and I packed her Squishmallow and our switches so we would have stuff to do. But she didn't even want me to get up to go pee, so I don't think she wants me to leave, lol. She's asleep now though. Commenter. Definitely not the worst way to have to spend time in a hospital, lol. Hope she turns out okay. Though I'm extremely curious about what the root cause is, and if you both feel comfortable sharing, I'd love to know. OP. Yeah, she said she doesn't care as long as I don't post any pics of her because she said she looks like 2024 Amanda Bynes and Britney Spears combined, lol. Commenter. For future reference, you can call your doctor's office or an advice nurse with stuff like this. They will ask you a bunch of questions about what's going on and tell you what to do. OP. Yeah, I was Googling, do you go to the ER for a bad period? And that's how I found the subreddit, lol. But if something ever happens again, that's probably a better bet. 7 hours later. About 12 from OG post. We both slept. Got a hold of our parents. My mom is looking for flights back home. Sister is feeling a lot better at this point. They gave her medicine to stop the bleeding. I wasn't expecting this to blow up the way it did, so there's no way I'll be able to answer everyone. She's doing okay though. Should know more about the CT soon. Commenter. Mate, I grew up with a shitty big brother, and even now as adults I know he couldn't do half the job you've done of taking care of your little sis. You have restored my faith in humanity and big brothers. Glad to see the night was uneventful and that you got hold of your parents. And whatever you do, Don't forget to reapply your sunscreen often, face with tears of joy. OOP. Man, she changed my name in her phone to SPF. I'm never living this shit down, lol. 1.5 hours later, 13.5 from OG post. Alright, her vitals now are 101 out of 65 and 80. So better. 6 hours later, 19 from OG post. CT was good too. They're pretty sure she has a blood disorder. They're just waiting on the results of it. I guess when she had her wisdom teeth out, she bled more than she was supposed to, but I didn't know that before. So yeah, just waiting on that for now, but they don't think the issue is her uterus or whatever. Commenter. Just wanted to also mention that I think your post has become the #1 post to have ever been on with the most engagement ever. OP. JFC, I'm kind of embarrassed, lol. I'm glad this is anonymous skull. 8 hours later, 27 hours from OG post. Alright, I'm gonna try here instead of a post, and hopefully be more covert, lol, but could someone that knows about it tell me about type 2 von Willebrand's? Like the blood disorder? Because the internet says everything from like it's mild to it's life-threatening, and I just want to know more about it, and like how it affects day-to-day life and stuff. I appreciate the help with my sister before too. It's cool you guys just do this. Comments on another sub. OP. Yeah, it got scary fast. It was crazy. But like no one has ever brought up taking her to the ER for it before, so I thought maybe she was scared because our mom wasn't there to make her feel better, and I don't know anything about it. Update 1. Same post, probably late August 23rd, the following day from OG post. Update. Alright, so I guess I was posting updates in the comments, but it's better here. Anyway, so my sister is okay. She had some scans that were all fine, and they don't think she has fibroids or tumors or anything like that. She's feeling a little better, but still staying here at least another day. Our mom and dad are flying home tomorrow now. My mom was pissed I texted her instead of calling at first, lol. Already had someone try to find me on Insta, so like if you know me, or her know you don't, lol. She doesn't want this going around school, or whatever, so don't dox us for at least 3 years, lol. She's cool with me updating though without her name, or whatever. Also, our parents don't know about this either. I feel like we should wait until it's been a few years to tell them too, so they don't kill me, lol. She's gonna hold this shit over my head forever, lol. Anyway, they think she has a blood disorder that makes her not clot right. I'm not 100% sure how it works because she had big clots, but they said they're pretty sure that's what's going on because her PTT took longer than normal to clot. They're waiting on von Willebrand, SP, testing to come back, but they think she has type 2 probably. Gonna Google that tonight, BC what that is, and I've never heard of it, so I guess if any of the doctors know what that is or if this sounds like it, LMK. Yeah, wasn't expecting this to blow up like this, lol. I thought this was just like doctors answering questions like a helpline. But my sister said thank you for everyone telling me to take her and she's okay. Update 2. Same post. Probably same day as previous update, or soon after. Update again. They confirmed it's von Willebrand's. If I'll ever spell that right. Anyway, it's genetic, I guess, so they want me to get tested too, but like obviously I've never had periods and I've never had surgery, so it wouldn't be as obvious. There's still more testing, like more specific to the type. But anyway, sister is good and we have an answer. She's gonna talk to a hematologist next week about what that means and stuff. Update 3. Same post, August 29th, 2024, 1 week from OG post. New update. So I also have von Willebrand's. So does our mom. I've always bruised a lot and got super bad nosebleeds, but like I was also a dumbass kid/teen who thought life was an audition for Jackass, so I didn't think it was weird, lol. Anyway, we're all about to be real familiar with hematology, and my mom is pissed. She's been told some women just bleed more her whole life, lol. Guess my mom and sister weren't just exaggerating when they would say they were bleeding out. So yeah, if you're a girl reading this, and you bleed as much as my sister, you should see a doctor. Hopefully no one gets gaslit like my mom did, but yeah. Here's a public apology for being ignorant on what y'all actually go through, BC. I thought you could only bleed so much a month, skull, fully willing to admit how fucking stupid that was, lol. OP second post. August 29th, 2024, same day as update 3. Hi, so it's me again, 19M. Apparently not that smart, questioning my career goals as a teacher. Anyway, my sister was on her period and thought she needed to go to the ER, and she actually did. I've got another question now, but first, thank you to everyone who answered my first post and educated me, BC. She was in rough shape. Except for the girl who suggested drinking whole milk. Even I'm not that fucking stupid, WTF? Anyway, so my sister has von Willebrand's disease. Type 2. My mom and I also have it, apparently. My mom just got gaslit for years about how much she bled, and it took my sister almost dying for us to all get diagnosed like TF. Anyway, I play on a recreational rugby league. Gonna have to pay dues soon, and I don't want to be out the money if I'm gonna get told I shouldn't play anymore because it's a contact sport, but I don't see a hematologist for 5 weeks since I'm not urgent, lol. So was wondering if any of the doctors know if I'm gonna get told I probably shouldn't play rugby anymore? I also like rock climbing. Is that gonna be out? Should I learn chess or crochet or something? LOL. Thanks again. Relevant comments. Commenter. If you aren't confirmed yet, don't play contact sports right now until at least you get testing. Read that paper as it has a decent list of other sports activities you can do more safely. You do not need to live in a bubble. OP. Okay. Yeah, it's confirmed I have it, but I don't know the types and letter and stuff. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go learn how to play snooker then. OL face with tears of joy, thanks. Commenter. I'm a lurker here because I'm not a doctor, but I am a teacher, and I do remember your post. Teaching is a lovely career, and the profession would benefit from someone as compassionate as you. OP. LOL. One thing is for sure, no students will get sunburned on my watch. Commenter. Thank you so much for this update. Not only is it interesting, but it furthers all of our professional knowledge base when we are able to hear how things turned out. Good luck to you and your family. And I'm glad that your mom's medical issues have finally been validated. That's huge. OP. Oh yeah. I mean, she's in her 40s. She'll kill me if I say exactly how old though, LOL. So like, I can't believe she's been suffering for 30-something years. She said she's about to write a big I told you. So to every doctor who ever told her to get used to its skull. Commenter. Dead serious? No pun intended. You should take up comedy face with tears of joy. The ones that are the funniest are the ones that don't understand how funny they are. I'm glad your sister is okay, and I hope you are good too. OP. Oh yeah, I'm totally good. Thanks, man. Showed this to my sister, and she said, tell them you're already insufferable as it is. The last thing you need is an audience. Savage. LOL. Commenter. You'll know more after your consultation. There are different types of von Willebrands, so what applies to your sister and your mom will not necessarily apply to you. I'm glad you guys got to the bottom of it, and I am extremely disheartened to hear that your mother was gaslit her entire life about her symptoms. There's not really an excuse from the medical community for that, and I'm sorry. OP. Hey, thanks. It's good to know it might not be the same. Honestly, I'm surprised I made it this far without my brain bleeding because I was the poster child for ADHD. LOL. One more sunscreen comment. My dad's been calling me Banana Boat since they got back, loudly crying face RIP any game I had. LOL. Final fun comment. Commenter. Trophy, please accept this version of an award because there's no way I'm paying for them through here. But dude, the sunscreen. I feel like this should be as well known on Reddit as the poop knife. OP. Ick what poop knife is, but I'm honored. LOL.